Now I welcome you all to the class. Good morning. Today we are going to discuss about quality by design. The topic quality by design, that is QBD. Quality is achieved for a product and process by means of proper designing. That is the meaning of it, and it is derived from ICH guidelines for quality. ICH guidelines for quality, that is from Q8 to Q12. Quality guidelines from Q8 to Q12. The contents are definition, overview, elements of QBD program and tools of QBD program. Definition, overview of it, elements of QBD program and tools used for QBD. The concept of QBD is the quality cannot be tested into the product, but it should be built into it by design. Quality cannot be tested into the product, but it should be built into it by design. That means it relates to product performance, and it follows PDCA cycle also to get a good quality product. It was initiated by Joseph M. Juran. He is the scientist who initiated quality by design. Definitions on QBD based on standard guidelines are: QBD is a systematic approach to development that begins with predefined objectives and emphasizes product and process understanding and process control based on sound science and quality risk management. This is the main definition given by ICH on QBD. The next one, QBD is emerging to enhance the assurance of safe, effective drug supply to the consumer and also offers promise to significantly improve manufacturing quality performance. And it is a system for designing, analyzing and controlling manufacturing through timely measurements, that is during processing of critical quality and performance attributes of new and in-process materials and processes, with the goal of ensuring final product safety. This is about what is QBD. The overview of QBD is target, design and implementation. Under target, define QTPP. QTPP represents quality target product profile, targeting quality of product. This indicates labeled use, safety and efficacy of a drug product. Then design by QBD, designing formulation and process, identify CMA and CPP. CMA is nothing but critical material attributes and CPP is critical process parameters. This is achieved through knowledge space. Then implementation of QBD, it establishes control strategy, controlling processes and products, then monitor and update process. Discussion on concepts, definitions, overview of QBD got over. Now we are moving to elements of QBD program. What are the key elements behind it? Target product profile, critical quality attributes, risk assessment, design space, control strategy, life cycle management. These are the main key elements of QBD program designed as per ICH guidelines from Q8 to Q12. What are ICH quality guidelines on QBD from Q8 to Q12? Q8 for pharmaceutical development. that gives guidelines for QTPP and CQA. What is QTPP? Quality Target Product Profile. What is CQA? Critical Quality Attribute. Then Q9 guidelines for quality risk management. Then Q10 for pharmaceutical quality system. This gives guidelines on control strategy, controlling products and processes. Then Q11 gives guidelines for development and manufacture of drug substances. Then Q12 for life cycle management. Life cycle management of drug product. These are the ICH guidelines on QBD, quality by design. Let's discuss briefly about elements of QBD. Firstly, target product profile. What is QTPP? It is a prospective summary. Represents quality characteristics of a drug product. Quality characteristics of a drug product which ensures desired quality to achieve safety and efficacy. This is what QTPP. Then what is critical quality attributes? CQA. It is chemical, physical, biological and microbiological attributes. It should be within an appropriate limit, range or distribution to ensure desired product quality. What is the relationship between CMA, CPP and CQA? That is critical material attribute, critical process parameters and critical quality attributes. CMA monitors quality of input materials, where CPP process parameters monitors pharmaceutical unit operation during the process. Then CQA monitors quality of output materials and products. It monitors and updates the process and products. This is the relationship between CMA, CPP and CQA behind quality by design. What is risk assessment based on ICH Q9 guidelines? There are 5 steps involved in assessing risk factors. The step 1, identify hazards, anything that may cause harm. Step 2, decide who may be harmed and how. Step 3, assess the risk and take action. Step 4, make a record of the findings. Step 5, review the risk assessment. This is how risk assessment is done based on guidelines to achieve QBD. Then what is design space? It is space between CPP, CMA and CQA. That is nothing but design space is a function of CPP, CMA and CQA. It is relationship between CQA, CPP and CMA. Next, what is control strategy? It assures product and process performance. Assures product and process performance to achieve quality. So controlling its performance, product and processes. Then what is life cycle management? It is nothing but PALM. PALM. This represents post-approval life cycle management. What is PALM? It is a regulatory agreement between the manufacturer and the health authority. What is plan of life cycle management? It updates as necessary based on further process and product knowledge. So what is the plan of POM? Updates as necessary based on further process and product knowledge. Then what are the tools of QBD? The tools are prior knowledge, risk assessment, mechanistic models, design of experiments, DOE, data analysis, process analytical technology, PAT. Now we'll discuss briefly about tools of quality by design. As per QBD, tools, prior knowledge and risk assessments are known. Prior knowledge states about having sound scientific knowledge on quality parameters. Then risk assessment says about controlling risk factors based on ICH guidelines. Then mechanistic models. These are various mechanistic tools used to achieve key elements of quality by design. What are key elements and what are the mechanistic models are given here. For product profile, reaction kinetic models. For CQA, models to optimize formulation. 4C models. For risk assessment, failure mode and effect analysis, FMEA. Then mechanistic model to assess impact of parameters. For design space, mechanistic or empirical models to define design space. Scale-up models. And for control strategy, chemometric models associated with PAT tools. Multivariate models to implement real-time release testing. Lastly, for continual improvement, multivariate statistical process control, MSPC based model. These are the examples of different mechanistic models used to achieve quality by design. What is DOE? Design of experiments, which follows Six Sigma principle as we have discussed under TQM. What is Six Sigma principle? It is nothing but a statistical tool to define, measure, analyze, improve and control process. Processes represents experiments. When controlling process by means of defining, measuring, analyzing, improving and controlling it, we can achieve quality of the product, which represents safety and efficacy of it. So this is the important tool of QBD. What is PAT? Process Analytical Technology. The plan of PAT is to define, design, identify, validate and monitor and control the process by means of analytical technologies. Next, comparing various aspects of QBD with traditional approach. The first aspect is pharmaceutical development. For traditional, it is empirical. For QBD, it is systematic, multivariate experiments. Then manufacturing process, it is fixed. QBD is adjustable within design space and opportunities for innovation. Then third aspect is process control. For traditional, it is in-process testing for go and on-go process. Then offline analysis, wide or slow response. For QBD, it is process analytical technology utilized for feedback and feed forward at real time. Then for product specification, it is primary means of quality control based on batch data. For QBD, it is part of the overall control strategy based on the desired product performance. Then control strategy, it is mainly by intermediate product and end product testing under traditional approach. For QBD, it is risk-based, controlled, shifted upstream, real-time release. For lifecycle management, reactive time problem, post-approval changes needed for traditional approach. For QBD, it is following continual improvement enabled within design space. So mostly QBD has advantages than traditional approach to achieve the quality of product. Therefore, as per contents of the QBD, definitions, overview, elements and tools of quality by design are discussed. Now we'll discuss applications of QBD. What are the various applications of quality by design? First, drug substance development and manufacturing, and QBD applied in analytical development, then formulation development, in bioequivalence studies and in clinical trials. These are the fields quality by design is applied based on ICH guidelines from Q8 to Q12. Thank you all for patient listening. Hope you all have understood about the topic quality by design. In the next class, we will discuss about ISO 9000 and ISO 14000 series. Thank you.